Do you want to look 10 years younger? Stay and I'll show you a full facelift massage. I'm Ruben Sanz and we're going to do a complete facelift to reduce flaccidity and rejuvenate your skin. We are going to start with the first exercise. The first exercise, we are going to eliminate your toxins, and we are going to mobilize, with which we are going to do drainage, and we are going to do it from the part here where the chin ends downwards, reaching the clavicle with 2 little fingers. We are going to put a little bit of oil. Be careful not to overdo it. Just a little bit of oil. A little bit here. And from here, we are going to start from here, and we are going to go right to the end. We are going to repeat it more or less for a minute. I recommend, as always, to do it in the morning to reactivate a little bit. So let's do it. 2 little fingers up to the clavicle. Be careful not to enter here in the neck. I'm going to do it a little bit on one side. I'm going to do it a little bit on one side. Hey Ruben, I want to do it with both fingers. It's okay. Without stretching too much, I do it so you can see me. It's not necessary to be like that all the time. Just here a little bit. Up to the clavicles. First exercise. Let's go to the second one. In this second exercise, we are going to activate above all the contour part. So how are we going to do it? Well, we are going to do it first with fingers and then entering a little bit more with thumbs. With thumbs. And with this part here, watch carefully. We are going to do it 10 times here with fingers, and then we are going to do it going in a little bit more and working a lot on the fascia to work on the whole facial contour. Remember that this is your complete linting. To truly see a change in your face, consistency is key. Performing the exercise just once or twice won't cut it. You must continue for weeks. You may notice a difference the first time you do it, but it will become more apparent over time. Stay committed to the routine and you'll feel and see the benefits. Let's get started. We start here. Up to the ears, we are not going to go up to here. We are going to go up to the ears. Here. We repeat. My recommendation is also that I don't usually receive questions like this, and it's also good. We take a breath and let it out. And why do I tell you this? Because in the second exercise, you are going to see it in this exercise, but we are going to open our mouths a little bit. Let's open our mouths a little bit. We do here. We continue activating the whole area of the jaw, the contour. Down a little bit without digging in, just posing down here, down here. This one here, and I open my mouth a little bit and I'm releasing. Relaxing as well, right? Let's go on to the next one. The next exercise, we are going to work on the cheek area or cheekbones, and what we are going to achieve with this is to lift the cheeks a little bit. That is to say, to activate all this part, to activate all the muscles around how we are going to do it. It is a very simple exercise, but you have to work in a deep way. Deep. 2 little fingers, as always, as almost always. And then what we are going to do is to pull upwards. We are going to work through the bone. Through the bone, on towards the temples, that is to say, as if you were going through the bone. Okay, as if you were going under the bone and then going up and crossing it. That is to say, going up and over the bone. Over the bone, that would be the exercise. How long are we going to do it for? Well, look, we are going to do it for approximately 1 minute. If you get tired, I would say do 30, stop for a little bit, and then do another 30 minutes. Okay? Where do we start? In the area of the nose approximately. That is, if this is the bone. Okay? Okay, groove area, because it also works a little bit the groove, that is, the groove is here. We are also going to stretch, enlarge, and as if we want to break a little bit or work with the natural collagen. Or work with the natural collagen of the body, so we are going to do it here. Here, right? And following the line. Perfect. So let's go to the next one. This rejuvenating lifting massage quickly enhances skin firmness and elasticity. The session begins with neck drainage, followed by toning of the jawline, cheeks, eyes, smile lines, and forehead. The comprehensive treatment activates facial muscles for a revitalized appearance. In this exercise that we are going to do is going to be a massage in the eye area, both above and below the eyes, okay? And below, we are going to deflate bags, which is great for tomorrow. This activity involves a certain level of movement, but initially we need to proceed at a slower pace and then gradually increase the speed. Let's aim for a duration of approximately 1 to 2 minutes, alright? You should be able to complete it around 60 to 70 times, okay? Okay? Or a little bit more. It would be half here and half here, 30, 30. I recommend you do it more down than up. Okay, so let's start then. How are we going to start? The part right here of the eyes, and you remember we talked about the bone before. Well, that would be the part right here. Bone. So that would be the bone part, right? A little bit, if the bone is here, we don't go inside. We are just below the bone. From here, we are going to try kind of stretch, and we're going to get to the temples. And an important thing about this is not to pull up like this, but to stretch a little bit, like I'm taking my fingers with me, right? Like I'm doing almost a little dance. I don't know if any of you remember the movie, but I'll leave it there, okay? So let's get on with it. Okay, let's do it. Let's give it a little bit more speed. A little bit deeper as well. And then on top, okay? It would be in the eyebrow area and up to the temples as well. Just above the eyebrows. A little bit up and then up towards the temples. Let's go to the next one. Let's move on to the final 2 steps, where we will connect the circumsogenian and frontal regions in order to complete the process. When it comes to the circumsogenian region, how should we approach it? To identify its location, it is this area and this area right here. Understand? Our plan is to raise it slightly and gently stretch it. How can we achieve this? Well, let's position ourselves in the center of these regions and work from there. And stretch it a little bit, right there, towards the nose, right? And I want you to come in a little bit. I mean, you come in here and pull up. How long? Well, more or less a minute. We stop and then another minute. Okay? We have prior experience with this task involving cheeks, which will aid in completing it successfully. Hence, we have chosen to focus solely on this project. And in this case, the important one, let's say, because we have worked all this part before, would be the frontal. How are we going to work on the front? Well, look at it. 2 little fingers first. We stretch a little as if we wanted to enter a wall, right? That is to say, pushing. And when we've done this, right, for 30 times, then we're going to put our knuckles into it, and then we're going to a little bit deeper if we find any part. That's a little bit harder. We have to try to pull back. I try to pull it back. You will get a little bit of a mark, but don't worry. If it hurts, don't do it. Don't do it, but it would be this full facial limit to look 10 years. Less. Hey everyone, I want to clarify something about the eye contour technique we discussed earlier. When I mentioned placing 2 fingers above the eyebrows, I was actually referring to the eyebrow area where the eye contour work takes place. Another technique we covered is for the forehead area. So just to recap, one technique is for the eye contour around the eyebrows and the other is for the forehead area. Yeah, and once we have loosened up a little bit, drained let's say, then comes this one that is going to work more on all the areas that are a little bit more stuck together. Do not confuse them because they are different exercises. I recommend you to do this complete facial limit to look a few years younger. And as always, bell, like, subscribe, and until the healing and beyond.